The reception that we received was like nuts. It was so amazing and intense, and you felt touched. Like you're like, wow, there's so much love out there. So, I mean, like I said, if it didn't bring a tear to your eye, then you shouldn't have been on the ride.
I'll tell you what, we are so proud to have you all here. We all consider it an honor, and I really mean that.
It was heartwarming, it was humbling, and I think those are all good things to feel.
The 2018 Road Warrior Ride was memorable in so many ways right from the get-go.
We really challenged our riders, I think, more this year than other years.
Definitely one of those things I probably would not have done if it wasn't for this trip.
I think we learn best when we're in our most uncomfortable. That's what this week did, I think, for everybody.
One of the most scenic landscapes, pretty much start to finish.
Went from snow, wind, to high heat, to dark and cold in the desert.
We did a cross-country, year-long, almost season-wise trip in a week, and I think we're all the better for it.
This ride right here made a big impact. Allowed me to be myself, the outgoing person I usually am. I was able to bring that out. And to hear people say, hey, you have a good personality, I mean, that's something I haven't heard in a while. So I think that's one of the biggest takes of this ride.
So Road Warrior Foundation is a nonprofit organization that provides veterans, usually wounded veterans, with adventures.
We had this idea of like setting up a motorcycle ride across the country. Here we are finishing our 5th ride, probably around 14,000 miles of riding with wounded vets.
We heard of a group of folks that wanted to take some wounded veterans cross country. We raised our hand over here at BRP and it's turned into this incredible partnership.
What we do is directly enabled by what they do for us. That's part of the family now.
It's just ballooned up into something that has now this lasting impact on all of these veterans that they put through these adventures.
They have this once-in-a-lifetime experience with 8 people that they will probably talk about every day for the rest of their life.
Get them out of whatever they may be feeling on that side of their life and put them in circumstances where it's filled with adventure and fun and camaraderie. They call it adventure therapy, so it's perfectly aligned with what we do. We're trying to give adventures to everybody.
It's not necessarily just, hey, go talk to the doctor, or do this, do that. Hey, go outside. Go experience something, see it for yourself, feel it, feel the wind. Open that visor up.
I came into this ride thinking, I get a ride across the country, pretty cool, but you look around and you see the struggles that everybody goes through, and you no longer want to take this ride just to take a ride. You want to take this ride to bond and to help out.
Part of what we do is building camaraderie, brotherhood, friendship.
The guy who I can't understand from Mississippi half the time, once I sit down with him, actually have a conversation, I realize like, oh man, this guy's so much like me.
I like to see other people smile. We come from all different walks of life. We all have one common as far as us all being wounded.
No one judges you because we all been down that road.
I actually got to connect with people for the first time in a long time.
Get back with a group like we had in the military. We all had each other's backs, no matter what happened.
Kind of get out and about and socialize with people, because I haven't been able to do that in the past.
I've got problems just as well as they do, and never know when I could help them or they could help me.
These guys are working together as a team to, get from point A to point B.
You get to ride through different weather. Everybody has a different storm. Everybody has a different personality. So it's like the storms that we get to ride through, bringing this all together, and hey, we accomplished this together as a team.
We saw so much different stuff in this country, some of the most beautiful riding roads. We went to like 5 national parks.
You really can't script a scenery like that.
The road was one of those things that it's twists and turns, and sometimes it's got patches and potholes, but if you learn to navigate around it, you can go to some pretty incredible places. So as we come into Boerne, Texas, start looking around on the sides of the roads, and there's just people coming out and they're waving flags. And we think that it's just going to be a couple of people, and then you come around the corner and you realize it's an entire town of people that have come out to say their thanks to these veterans as we conclude this cross-country trip.
The entire town came out to welcome us in. That's not something you get every day.
We're all striving for the same thing. We all want to help in one way or another.
The least we can do to give back to all the people that give so much for us.
When we all come together with those, similar passions and those similar missions, we can actually make a really big difference.